We have update on Stella Blade. Yeah, I don't know, man. I get excited whenever we get more information about Stella Blade. I'm holding this in high anticipation, potentially to be one of the best pieces of video game pie for 2024. Whenever we get more news about it, I'm just like, this is so good. This means that we're getting close. There's like 2 more months left, and we get this, what is hopefully a decent hack and slash game in our hands on top of very pretty looking girl. But keep in mind, I think the most important part here is definitely gameplay. Let's hope this is a competent hack and slash jam. However, though, Stella Blade recently received an age rating, and I've been waiting in high anticipation to see exactly what sort of a rating this game will get, just considering the game's themes, whether it be its violent themes or its very obvious sexual themes, especially to do with the main character. We have been reading through a lot of information to do with this game recently, including a comment from the director outright saying this is a game designed for adults. This is adult entertainment. So, with that being said, and with seeing a lot of the game already, we can pretty much assume, yes, Stella Blade is bound to get a mature rating. And in fact, it has. It's received a rating over in its homeland, Korea. The Game Rating and Administration Committee recently gave it the 18+ rating, which is the highest age rating a game can receive over there. Now, this is not to be confused with 18+ AO adults only via US ratings, via the ESRB. There's only a handful of games that have ever received the adults only rating. Otherwise, the normal highest rating that a game will receive over in the States will of course be mature, M17+. So you can kind of think of the 18+ label for Korea as basically the same, because over in Korea, a game that also has the MA rating via ESRB would of course have to be like Elden Ring. If we look at the Elden Ring rating for over in Korea, that game also too has the 18+ rating. So don't take this as like, whoa man, this has like a crazy adult-only rating. It's gonna be like one of those really obscure video games. One of those games that are like 1 in a million to get the adult-only rating. And that Shift Up are really pushing their luck on this one, trying to get as edgy as fucking possible. I mean, in a lot of areas, I would say they are kind of pushing their luck, but of course for the better. The official reasons behind giving this 18+ rating is that there is direct, explicit body exposure, such as the female character appearing naked in her costume. So we've already seen a lot of the different costumes that Eve is going to be able to wear throughout the game. Yes, they are quite exposing. Lord, give me the willpower to carry on. Some definitely more so than others, not just being able to see like the figure of the character within the actual clothes that she's wearing, but like some of the outfits, and I believe we haven't even seen the most revealing. That'll probably be left up to people experiencing the games for themselves. I don't even think Shift Up will show off some of the not worst ones. It's up to you whether or not you want to consider it to be the worst or best, you know, choose your word. But I don't think they'll choose to show off any of the top tier ones, at least. That's the word I'm going to use in any upcoming trailers. But even so, like, we have seen some pretty revealing outfits thus far. The bunny looking outfit, quite revealing. There are some that are definitely like pushing that line of, yeah, it's almost like Eve is like this close to being just completely butt naked while she kills Nativa, aliens. And that's cool. I like that. We all should like that. Fuck yeah, video games. I also feel like there are some like intentional camera positions for some of perhaps like the QuickTime events or just cutscenes straight up where, like, depending on what outfit you're wearing during the time, you're just gonna get a straight up booty shot. Like, it's just gonna be right there in front of you. No holding back. Shift Up like, here's your birthday cake. It is up to you what you want to do with it. Thank you, game devs. Again, we've already talked about Shift Up's history in regards to over-sexualizing characters We've also talked about the whole thing that this is a little bit common when it comes to pop culture type stuff over in Korea and in Asian regions. But in case you don't know, this is not new for Shift Up at all. And the other reason here is excessive violence. There is the expression and mutilation of body parts and red blood. So, I don't really think people are paying too much attention to like most of Stella Blade outside of like, ooh, attractive looking girl. At least everything outside of that, people aren't really talking about that stuff online. They're just more so talking about Eve. Fair enough, I don't blame you. For one, I think that the game is actually looking like a decent hack and slash. From the gameplay loop that Kim, the director, has already explained, it sounds like it's actually going to be a good time. There's side quests, it's semi-open world, it seems like there's a lot of content to be able to do, and it seems like a lot of thought has actually gone into the combat system. Regarding that combat system though, there is a violent theme to it. Basically, every single time you either shoot an enemy, slash an enemy, basically splashes and pools of blood will appear on the ground. It does look like it's a pretty violent game. From all of the footage that I was looking through though, it doesn't look like there's just straight up like delimbing, dismemberment, disemboweling, or anything sort of like that. It does say that there is mutilation to the body. There is a clip here that I found of a boss fight where Eve will grab the boss's hammer and basically slam it down onto his head, and you kind of see like his head explode into bits and pieces. There's also this other fight here where she like, I don't know, rips a big piece of the circular saw head thing off. It's kind of like that typical cinematic DMC boss moment type special attack move where like Dante will rip off an arm and then slap the boss character with it. I love that kind of stuff. It's badass, man. Hell yeah, video games. It also looks like there's going to be some pretty violent attacks directed towards Eve as well. Like in this boss fight right here, this enemy that has like, again, another saw for a head. I don't know if that's going to be a reoccurring thing, but potentially a lot of enemies throughout the game might actually have like chainsaw heads. That's kind of cool. This boss enemy catches her out, picks her up, and like starts sawing her with its head. That looks pretty crazy and would likely hurt a lot. It seems like sort of from day one of this project anyway, Stella Blade was always planned to be quite a violent, but at the same time too, quite a sexualized game, like violence and the sexual thing, which are the two big adult themes, right? So it's not really surprising that it has received an 18+ rating over in Korea. It's still yet to be rated over in other countries. No doubt that's happening as we speak. I would say though, for the States, it'll probably just receive the MA rating. So it has hereby been decided by the Korean Rating Board Committee that this product is not for use by teenagers. No naughty, naughty teenagers, do not get your hands on this, for your mind shall be cursed. Or blessed. Have guys, just another Stella Blade news update. I just want to say thank you guys so much for the support on the Stella Blade videos. I've been really enjoying covering news for a different video game for once. It's quite refreshing, and I have to say I'm really enjoying it. And it seems like you guys are also enjoying it too. So thank you so much for the support. As always, thank you so much to my patrons. You guys are incredible. Thank you so much for the support. Also, be sure to check out my other social media platforms and the second channel. Subscribe here to TGJ to keep up with all the latest. Now guys, that's all for today. We'll talk real soon.